Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited to talk today because we are talking about my book I wrote, Embryo Poet. I published it in September and I am so excited. I can't believe that it's a physical book. So I'm excited to talk about it today, about what it is and what inspired it. And then this is going to be a part 1 video because I want to do a whole series on the concepts that I talk about in Embryo Poet. I think that would be really cool on my channel to have a few different videos about creativity and about the concepts in Embryo Poet. So this is part 1. But I'm obsessed with the cover and just I can't believe I wrote a book. So I'm so excited. So it's a poetry book, Embryo Poet, full of, I want to say 126 poems. A few years ago I was reading my scriptures and a few talks from church leaders, and I came across a theology saying that we are all gods and goddesses in embryo form. And that was really cool. I had never really heard of that before, so that prompted a whole long study for a few months about what an embryo is, and how we are gods and goddesses in embryo form. An embryo is the first 6 to 8 weeks of an unborn child's life in the womb, and so I spent a long time learning about what an embryo is, what their purpose is, what they do. And just that thought, that idea that we are gods and goddesses in embryo form, that we are embryos, but going to become gods and goddesses. And that was an intriguing thought for me, so I kept studying it and learning, and that kind of prompted this book. This book is all about creativity, and it's this idea that we are becoming more like God every day, that we are embryos becoming gods. One of God's attributes, I believe he has, is creativity. He's the creator of the world, that he loves to create. And I think we as his children also have this inner desire to create things. And that's something that we are working on in this quest to become gods and goddesses. We're developing our creativity and deepening it. And creativity, I have come to find, is a godlike attribute. It's something that God does really well, and me trying to improve my creativity is helping me draw nearer to God and to Jesus Christ, and help me become more like them. So I wrote this book. The premise of the book is this person getting a job in God's art studio. Getting a job in God's art studio as an apprentice, and then it's everything that they learn while working in God's art studio, what they learn about creativity, what they learn about themselves. And so there's many poems in here that are them working in the art studio and learning from the master artist, the master poet, learning from God. So the book is divided into 8 sections: conception, forming, inheritance, stretching, expanding, becoming, awakening, and emerging. And they all explore different aspects of creativity and different parts of an embryo's journey. It was so fun to write, and it's just filled with so many things. So I want to start a series where I will read a poem every episode of this series, and I will talk about an idea in this book, because I know the idea that we are gods and goddesses in embryo, that's kind of a little out there, and I feel like there's many different takes on it. I don't know if every church believes in that. That would be something I would love to study more, if other churches believe it. I know it's a theology of members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's something that we believe in. I would be curious if other religions believe in this idea that we are going to be gods and goddesses ourselves one day. And I find it profound and really, really awesome. And that is the base of this book, that we will be gods and goddesses ourselves one day. But this life, this earth life, is the womb, is similar to the womb because we are in the embryo stage. So symbolically, if we are gods and goddesses, if we are going to be gods and goddesses one day, and right now we're embryos, then does that mean that earth life is like the womb? And in an eternal sense, is this part the womb? I have so many questions and insights from that question. Embryos rely wholly on the nourishment they get from their mother. Am I relying that much on God? Am I as dependent on Him as an embryo is on their mother? An embryo's purpose is just to grow, to develop into the body, the person that they're going to be. And I feel like I spend so much of my life demanding perfection. We're chasing after this idea of who I think I should be, the perfect Mac, who doesn't exist. And then I just feel bad and get down on myself when she doesn't exist. Whereas I feel like God isn't like that. Where I feel like this idea that embryos are just, their whole purpose is just developing in the womb, becoming and developing and growing. That's their whole purpose. And I feel like that has put so much pressure off of me, and I've begun to understand God's love a little bit more, and a little bit differently, and understand the repentance process. So there are so many concepts in this book that I want to dive deep into. So I wanted to make this video as an intro video to say, hey, I published a book, you could go buy it if you want. I'm so obsessed with it, and this has been such a long process. I think I studied embryos like 3 years ago, and then ever since then, this has just been a study that's been built up, that I've been learning more and more about embryos, and I've been praying more about the concepts in these books, and all these thoughts and impressions have finally come together in a book, and I'm so excited to share it with the world. So this is a video of, hey, look, I have a book, you can go buy it if you want. But this is also a part one because I have so many other ideas and things I want to discuss from this book. The insights that I discovered while working in God's studio, per se, that I discovered as I studied Him and came closer to Him, and they are things that I want to share and that I want to discuss and use my channel for that. So this is part one. I'm very excited for the rest of the parts. They're coming soon, and if you're interested in purchasing this book, if you need a Christmas gift idea or something, Embryo Poet, I'm just so happy that it's here. It's been such a work in progress and a labor of love for so many years at this point. So many months and weeks and train rides where I was scribbling poems on the train or on the bus, or in my notes app on my phone. So many poems and so many prayers came into this book, and I'm so excited to share it, and that it's a physical book. I can't even. There's so much to talk about, so definitely stay tuned for the future parts coming for this book, but it's filled with poems and with late night prayers, with lots of prayers and study and trying to understand this idea that we are gods and goddesses in Embryo. So stay tuned for future parts. I wrote a book. That's really the takeaway of today's video. I'm so excited. Yeah, so check this out if you want. And stay tuned, like and subscribe for other videos. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that I cover in Embryo Poet. I'm going to bring to my channel. So thank you for watching.